Welcome inside a brand new edition of UNI-TV, where we give you an inside look at the news impacting students on the University of Northern Iowa campus and community members here in the Cedar Valley. I'm Sammy Mallow.
And I'm Asa Glassford. On this week's show, we find out what some student organizations have been up to, how students can gain real-world experience, an update on sports, and places to go in the Cedar Valley.
Right now, from the University of Northern Iowa, this is UNI-TV News.
Spring break is often associated with warm weather and sandy beaches, but one UNI organization spent their break somewhere out of the ordinary. Emily Morrison has more.
UNI Ski and Snowboard Club was founded last year and is now made up of 30 to 40 members.
It's just another way for me to make friends and have a good time and just really get the college experience.
The club, funded by the WRC, supports skiers and snowboarders of all skill level, from beginners to experts.
Other than Trent and Andy, I didn't really know anybody else in there, but it's kind of one big family.
With limited opportunities to ski and snowboard here in Iowa, Shane Rumsa, president of the club, decided to organize a trip to Aspen, Colorado over spring break this year.
It was a blast. I loved it out there. I always loved going to Colorado, and there's something for everybody out there. And once you go out there, you don't really want to ski or snowboard anywhere else.
Some of the best parts of the trip was hiking up to the top of one of the mountains and then going down and just really long runs and meeting people from different schools and different places all over the country that are coming to Aspen to snowboard and ski. 6
group members went on the trip. They spent 5 nights in a condo with 4 days of skiing and snowboarding in the mountains.
We went out about 9 o'clock in the morning every day, stayed out till about 4 o'clock, skiing the runs there. It was really nice snow. Really good runs.
In the future, Rumsa plans to lead the group on more short trips to the slopes in the Midwest. He also hopes to host more club bonding events like movie nights and pizza parties. To UNI students hesitant about joining the club, one member had this to say.
If you're interested in trying it, you might as well give it a shot. It's extremely fun once you do get the hang of it, and if you have people that can help you figure out what you're doing, it makes it a lot easier instead of just trying to learn on your own, and that's where these people that are in this club are going to help you out.
For UNI-TV, I'm Emily Morrison.
Now, Bryce Berger is here to bring you a story over the diverse and united event held in the Mocker Union.
The International Student Association hosted a Spring Diversity Showcase in the Mocker Union Coffee House. This show featured live performances of UNI students showcasing international cultures, as well as traditional foods, information booths, and cultural clothing. The show started at 6:30 p.m. with a short reception, followed by 10 live performances, ranging from belly dancing to a traditional Mexican dance. The show finished with an international clothing show around 9:30 p.m. The performances were an exciting blend of old dances mixed with new dances. There was something to offer for everyone in attendance. This event was also free of charge and open to the public. According to the group's webpage, the International Student Association develops understanding and friendships between people of different cultures and countries through social, educational, and service activities, including this event. The group is currently comprised of 45 members from various countries. For more information on how to get involved with the International Student Association, please visit the UNI website and search student organizations. For UNI-TV, I'm Bryce Berger.
I am a future Panther. I am excited for college.
I am building my skills.
I'm trying new things.
I am shaping the future.
I am ready for the real world.
I am a success.
I am UNI.
I am UNI. You can be too. Visit IamUNI.net.
Everything UNI is a slogan for the 94.5 KULT LP Cedar Falls, which is a student-run radio station here at the University of Northern Iowa. Here to tell us more is reporter Luke Hansen.
Alrighty, and welcome back to another hit of 94.5 KULT Radio, Everything UNI. This is a broadcasting service for the University of Northern Iowa.
Did you know that UNI has a radio station on campus that anyone can be involved with?
94.5 KULT LP is a broadcasting service for the University of Northern Iowa and its students. All of our DJs here at our studio are current students. We have a wide variety of different majors that DJ for us. So we have communications, computer science, arts department, biology, education, anywhere you can think of. And it's a really cool aspect because you don't have to be like specifically down into one thing. We are everything UNI. We love to have all different types of music, from the oldies to country to rap to now to everything. And that's our main slogan, is everything UNI.
Did you know that KULT LP has been around for over 60 years?
2015 marks our 60th year anniversary here at KULT at University of Northern Iowa, and we are very excited. Even though our name has changed a couple times within the last 60 years, we are still the great old radio station that everyone knows and loves.
But I bet you're wondering, how does one get involved with KULT LP?
At the beginning of every semester, we have a meeting with a bunch of students who are wanting to become DJs, and even if it's just to get their voice out on the radio, and they can play whatever they want on their radio station as long as it follows the FCC regulations. But to get in contact with one of the general managers or any of the other DJs, we are more than glad to help you. You can always give us a call at 319-273-KULT. KULT also stands for 5858. Make sure you go on to our Facebook page, our Twitter page, and even our Instagram page at 94.5 KULT. You can also listen live at www.uni.edu/KULT.
I'm Luke Hansen, and this has been your local KULT LP DJ and reporter for UNI-TV.
Have you ever caught yourself thinking, what am I doing with my college career? What's something actually fun I can get involved in on campus? Look no further than Cedar River Productions, or as many know it as CRP. It's the perfect way to gain experience with on-camera acting, learn how to shoot promotional videos, commercials, or short films, and boost your confidence in editing with Adobe Premiere. Come check out one of our CRP meetings every Thursday at 6 p.m. in the Performance Studio of Lang Hall, or like our Facebook page, Cedar River Productions, for the latest updates.
A new class at UNI is giving students the opportunity to gain real-world experience by building an advertising campaign for big-name clients. Olivia Hoddle with the story.
For those who have learned about advertising through a textbook and want to take their education a step further, advertising campaign development through the UNI Marketing Department is the class in which to enroll.
I would describe it as the best educational experience that I've ever had in any class in college in all my time at university. It's the toughest class I've ever taken. It's the best class I've ever taken. The reward isn't a grade. I mean, you get a grade, but really, who cares? What really matters is that you're prepared. You're prepared to sort of get into the advertising industry, develop a real passion for it, and honestly, it's fun as hell.
The class includes participation in the National Student Advertising Competition put on through the American Advertising Federation. A sponsor provides information about their brand, and then teams must create a full campaign that meets the client's objectives. The team presents the campaign to judges and the client at a district competition in Kansas City, Missouri. District winners advance to a national competition. Most clients are companies struggling to market to younger generations, such as this year's client, Mary Kay.
It's a real-world problem, and you really got to grapple with it. And for some students, it's the first time they had to write ad copy. It's the first time they actually had to put together a 30-second ad with all these, mandatory requirements, but at the same time with their own creativity.
You have to be disciplined enough to stay true to what a client is, so you have to learn about it. So this year we had Mary Kay, and I, of course, know literally nothing about makeup, but I had to learn. I had to sort of watch people put on makeup, watch YouTube tutorials. I've watched way too many YouTube tutorials on makeup that a normal grown man should have to watch at any point in time in his life.
The class is not structured like other courses at UNI.
There aren't any exams. There aren't any required textbooks other than the case study we get from the client. So a lot of students think, oh great, this will be an easy class. Once they get into it and they see all the work that needs to be done, they get a little scared. By the end of the class, when everything comes together, all the hard work, all the teamwork, working with each other in one big group in an agency environment where every student is part of a department, whether it be creative or media or accounts or research, a lot of friendships are made.
It acted like an actual ad agency, so we actually submitted our resumes to the professor and had to persuade him to put us in a certain group.
You get to work with a great group of people, and as much as you guys will be at each other's throats at times, you will all become friends, just the way it is.
The class is an elective for marketing majors, is also soon to be part of the Interactive Digital Studies Digital Advertising Bundle, and is an elective for electronic media majors.
If you're creative in any sort of way, this is something that would be really beneficial for you and your future career. I mean, there's so many different parts of the class that were helpful in different ways, and I know that I can walk out of this class and I can graduate with a really awesome portfolio, and it's mainly because of this class.
For UNI-TV, I'm Olivia Hoddle.
Once students graduate, they'll be tempted to accept the first job offer that comes their way. Dakota Funk went to a presentation that had students thinking critically about what to expect when they get into their first jobs out of college.
For the community, are they involved, or are they all about the bottom line? And maybe that's what you want. Depends on what you want, but it's important.
Megan Combs and Cindy Webb from Human Resource Services here at UNI spoke about what students should do when and before they accept a job offer after they graduate. Some of the topics they presented on included employee compensation, how much they will get paid, how to negotiate salary, benefits, the cost of living, working environments, and the job offers themselves. Other topics they presented on included employment background checks, insurance benefits, and retirement plans. After the presentation, students got a chance to ask questions to both Combs and Webb. Webb thinks this is a unique opportunity for students to take a look into and consider before accepting their first job offer.
I think they should really take some time to consider the whole package. And by whole package, I mean not only their salary, plus any benefits that the employer is going to provide for them, but also things like the culture of the organization that they're working for, the employees, the type of work they'll be doing, if it's something that they truly will be able to enjoy.
The main message of the presentation was for students to think about what they will be getting themselves into before jumping in and accepting the first job offer that comes their way.
There's so much more to a position than just your salary. Certainly that's a big portion and it's very important, but there's a lot of other things to take into consideration when they're looking for their first position as well.
Reporting for UNI-TV, I'm Dakota Funk.
For more than 125 years, programs in the College of Humanities, Arts, and Sciences have formed a cornerstone at the University of Northern Iowa. Students can pursue a degree in a range of majors that cater to their interests and provide career preparation. Chaz majors enjoy the best of two worlds, the opportunities and state-of-the-art facilities of a larger university with the connection to faculty and hands-on experience of a smaller school. Together, we can build a foundation that will prepare you for your future.
Whenever you ask someone what their favorite sport is, it's almost always something like basketball, football, or hockey. However, there is a lesser-known sport that many people are catching on to for its unique style of play. Mike Hudson set out to learn more about the UNI rugby team.
The popularity of rugby has been skyrocketing in all parts of the world. Many high schools in Iowa are now organizing teams, and the 7-on-7 style of rugby will be introduced in Brazil during the 2016 Summer Olympics. Here in Cedar Falls, the UNI men's rugby team has been a campus organization for over 40 years now.
Rugby, the easiest way to describe it is putting soccer and American football together. It's like in football there are set positions and only certain people can touch the ball or certain people can pass the ball. But rugby, it's like soccer. Anyone can touch the ball at any moment. Like anyone can be a playmaker, anyone can be a defensive monster. It's just easier when you learn every position of the game, because on the field there's 30 people total and 15 people on each team. So you need to be able to trust the other 14 guys on the field to know what they're doing.
Every single person has to do every single job. Every single player has to be able to tackle, pass, run with the ball, ruck. So it's not just specific to one thing.
This year's team is made up of 38 players with a variety of athletic backgrounds, many of whom who had never even played the sport before coming to UNI.
Yeah, I'd never played in high school, and I didn't know what it was. I was lifting weights one day at the WRC, and some guys asked me if I wanted to play rugby, and figured I might as well try it out, and 4 years later, here I am.
This year's spring season is already in full swing, with the team notching an impressive 27-5 victory over the University of Iowa. You can catch the team in action in Cedar Falls on May 3rd when they host their annual Collegiate Cup tournament for teams from all around the Midwest.
Do you like hockey? Do you like cheering for your fellow Panthers? To bring you a story on the UNI hockey team, here's Mike Lieb.
Students and Panther sports fans, listen up. Hockey has hit the University of Northern Iowa. This semester, the UNI Club Ice Hockey Team was established under the direction of students Brian Delaney, Alex Jordan, and Casey Yoshi.
We had mentioned that we thought about maybe getting something going at UNI next year, and Casey said, well, why wait till next year? Let's just try to get something going this year. So over winter break, we made some contacts, people we knew, and got some games actually set up. Spoke with Sean Willett over at Club Sports, and got something set up, had an informational meeting, and got the season on our way.
Funded entirely out of the pockets of the players, these dedicated students were willing to chip in to play the sport that they love.
We had the whole team commit to really monetarily giving to the team and collectively coming up with enough money to make it happen. A lot of guys, did extra, whatever they had to do just to fund this.
Generating interest throughout the campus, the team attracted players of all skill levels and abilities who were willing to try hockey.
As far as skill level goes, we had guys that just started skating 2, 3, 4 months ago that just learned how to play. And we also had guys that have been playing since they were 2, 3 years old. We had a wide variety of skill sets.
Since January, the Panthers quickly found their footing as the team finished the season with an undefeated record in 8 games, including a bronze medal finish at the Iowa Games in February.
Originally our goal was just to set up some games, play some games, have some fun, kind of build for next year, to make sure we got something going for next year actually, and just gain interest. Ended up, we had a very successful team. Like I said earlier, a good group of guys that work together as a team and were willing to work together. And we beat some good teams. We had a lot of success, I would say, for the amount of time we had. And
the Panthers wrapped up their season in April with a home game against interstate rival St. Ambrose, played at the Young Arena in Waterloo. As the hockey team looks ahead to the next season, they are finding ways to pack more and more students and fans into the arena.
I think it's a sport that a lot of people want to watch, but it's a fast-paced sport, which is a little different than most other sports you're going to see, and I think it's a great fan favorite. Just get people out to come to one game, I think they'll keep coming back.
Keep an eye open for the growing UNI hockey team and be sure to catch a glimpse of the action on the ice this fall.
Hello, my name is Dwight Watson. I'm the Dean of the College of Education at the University of Northern Iowa. At the University of Northern Iowa, we are excited about preparing teachers and educators and people who provide services throughout the community. Our goal is to educate, serve, and lead. I'm excited about the opportunities that are in my College of Education. If you're interested in becoming a leader, a teacher, or a service provider, come to the University of Northern Iowa.
The Cedar Valley is home to a new sports team, the Cedar Valley Charge. They are a semi-pro football team with some high expectations for their inaugural season. For more on the story, here's Zach Wright.
The Cedar Valley is now home to a new semi-pro football team, the Cedar Valley Charge.
The team came from my background in football at this level. Started with the Cedar Valley Vikings in 2009. And over the past couple years, I've also worked with 2 teams in the Quad Cities, the Quad City Stallions and the Quad City Raiders, and then also got involved in the front office. And we were getting ready to move back to Waterloo and knew there was a lot of talent in the area. So we got some of the guys together and started working on it. Okay. Some things were easier than we thought they would be, and some were a lot harder. It's really it was a matter of getting people in the community to work with us. It came together real fast. We had over 100 guys come out to our first 2 tryouts, had a lot of interest from the community. So, it's been very time consuming, but we've really enjoyed it. Yeah, the first tryout we had about 60 guys come out and started getting a lot of messages and emails and contact on our Facebook page asking if we would do another tryout. And so when we got our guys together for kind of the first practice, we brought in another group of guys to kind of do a second tryout, see how they interacted with the players we already had on the team, saw how they were physically, and kind of went from there.
I asked a few of the players how they had heard about the Cedar Valley Charge.
I actually heard from one of my friends who was a friend of a guy that was on Ellsworth and who was playing for this team. It was kind of kept secret. This team was kind of kept secret for a couple months, but the friend told my friend, and it was kind of that whole deal of a friend told a friend, and I was all over that. So that was kind of the first.
Actually, me and Coach Wise, we played for the Cedar Valley Vikings together, and so we already were acquainted with each other. And once he said he was starting the team, football is the first love, so it didn't take much. Once I seen the team was up and rolling, I was ready to be a part of it.
With a new team, it's tough to determine what will make the first year a success, but Coach Weiss and the players have some high expectations.
I think when you start something like this, your expectations for the first season are that you just want to get through things successfully. Obviously on the field we have high expectations. We've got a lot of talent on this team, but we also scheduled a pretty tough schedule. So, I think we'll measure it more in getting through the year successfully, having good relationships with our sponsors, and leaving the community excited for next year.
It's always hard in the first year building up a team. It's from scratch. It takes a few years to just get the town, the people to really take this serious. My expectations for our team from an internal point is to make sure everyone's taking this from a professional viewpoint. Like we want not professionalism. We don't want to be like the Vikings were a couple of years ago. We want to change it. We want to change the perspective of the surrounding area.
First off, I want to have fun. I want the guys to come out and have fun. I mean, that's all it's about, is getting the community involved, and for these guys coming out, getting to relive their glory days. Some guys didn't think they were going to play again. Some guys are trying to get to the next level. So if we have fun, the community gets behind us, we're going to have a really good season.
Just hard work, have a lot of fun, At the end of the day, it's all about fun, and football is fun, so.
The Cedar Valley was very welcoming and embraced the new team well.
We want to be a part of the community, so some of our goals are to make sure that we're active in the community through fundraising and charity events. Our Facebook page is almost to 3,000 likes, which is a pretty large amount for a team at this level. As far as we can tell, we're one of the top in the country when it comes to Facebook support. We've had a lot of businesses come on as sponsors, and we're very excited.
Well, obviously the Sportsplex where we're at right now, they've allowed us to practice here, which it's been fantastic. Haven't had to go out in the cold. I've had a lot of people wearing this sweatshirt actually that say, "Oh, you're playing for the team I was going to try out," or "I've heard about them," whatever. But like I was saying earlier, it's going to take time though to really get the full notoriety, because we are starting from scratch and it is so soon. So.
Oh, really good. I mean, our Facebook page is blowing up every day at work. People are asking me about the football team, when's the first game, when are we going to get schedules released, and it's exciting that we're going to be releasing some of that stuff here in the next couple of days.
We're pretty good, actually pretty good, better than what I expected, because the last year of our football, it was a bunch of negativity surrounding the team, but at the same time, it was fun, it was good football. So, with the Facebook page and people see that it's for real, people love it and want to be a part of it, so.
It varies from player to player how difficult it is to balance work and football.
For me, I'm still a full-time college student, graduating. I'd say, though, for me personally, I put this before anything else. Whether that's good or bad is another question, but I put this before everything else. But my job's pretty flexible, being a personal trainer, to where I can kind of set my own times for doing things. So this is kind of my job right now, in my view. So
it's hard. It's really difficult because, you work full-time job, I go to school still, and I'm doing this. So for me, it's hard, but it's the love of the game. That's why I do it, being on the field, it's a sense of just getting away from everyday life, pretty much, and that's how I take it.
It's pretty flexible. I work at the Target Distribution Center, so I'm off Tuesday through Friday and just use a little vacation for the game days, which is Saturday.
Be sure to head to CedarValleyCharge.com to check out their schedule and get some gear to support the Charge. For UNI-TV, I'm Zach Wright.
Corey Wagner stopped by the Waffle Stop to enjoy a delicious waffle and file a report on this local breakfast restaurant in the area.
I took a trip to the local Waffle Stop in Cedar Falls. This locally owned business has been serving the community for many years, and I'm here to discover why the Waffle Stop is so popular with the local community.
Hi, my name is Chad Keppel. I own the Waffle Stop here in Cedar Falls. We are located at 904 Rainbow Drive, right across the street from Family Video. We've been here for 17 years, and I've personally owned it for the last 9.5. We're open 7 days a week, 5:30 in the morning till 1:30 p.m. and then on Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays. Right now we are also open 5 to 8 p.m. We serve breakfast and lunch and dinner now too.
I noticed that you are now open 3 nights a week. What can someone expect coming to the Waffle Stop at night?
Our hours are 5 to 8 p.m. and for nights, and specials, like last night we had lasagna, and tonight was scalloped potatoes and ham or tuna melts, and tomorrow night's beef stew. And then we also do stuff like meatloaf and garlic mashed potatoes and goulash.
Can I still get the full menu also?
Yep, you can get everything on the menu, and specials at night are $5, free seconds.
What are some of the most popular items you serve?
I'd say our most popular breakfast items are probably Panther Plate for sure.
What is the Panther Plate?
A Panther Plate's kind of like a breakfast casserole almost, where it's like hash browns, veggies, comes with onions, peppers, jalapenos, and then you get your choice of meat or veggies. We have additional veggies that you can get if you want all veggie, and then it's kind of tossed together with eggs and topped with cheese or whatever you like.
I see that you also have burgers on the menu now.
We do. We've always kind of had burgers, but we expanded on that. We have specialty burgers now, where it's like one of them is got Pablo's Chipotle salsa on it and bacon and cheddar. Call it Stagger Lee after the owner of Pablo's. Oh, another burger that's really good is the My Gal, and it's like sweet chili sauce and bacon and pepper jack. But all our burgers are local Angus beef, and it's only $7.50 for a half-pound specialty burger, chips, and a pickle.
What's another popular item on the menu?
I'd say a waffle combo is probably one of our favorite items also. It's a good item to split as well. 2 people can order a waffle combo and be full off of it, and 2 people to eat under $10 is a pretty decent deal. But it comes with a waffle, 2 eggs, toast, hash browns, and meat. And waffles you can get like blueberry or raspberry or strawberry or apple topping, and syrup and whipped cream on top.
Thanks for letting me stop by and have a waffle. Any final words for the audience?
Yeah, no, we just try to be a progressive restaurant and trying to experiment with new stuff all the time, and hopefully soon we'll have new and interesting specials to go. Like, for example, one of them I'm working on is candied pecan, maple candied pecan and bacon salt edamame. So trying to think of some random stuff that people don't have. And I'm also trying to get as much homemade stuff as possible, so that's also stuff that we're going to be switching to as much as possible.
I'm Corey Wagner for UNI-TV. Back to you in the studio.
I am a future Panther.
I am ready to transfer.
I am building my skills.
I am social networking.
I am investing in my future.
I am challenging my students.
I am running my own business.
I am UNI.
I am UNI. You can be too. Visit IamUNI.net.
Whether you are looking for a pet to adopt or a place to volunteer, the Cedar Bend Humane Society is the place to go. Margot Sturgis gives you a closer look at some of the adorable animals currently there.
It's no shock that a puppy's eyes can melt your heart and a kitten's purr can make you smile. But these dogs and cats are very special. They're looking for a second chance. I visited the Cedar Bend Humane Society in Waterloo to find out a little more about adopting a new pet.
I think you should adopt a pet because a lot of the pets that we get here come from broken homes, and I believe that they all deserve a second chance, and they deserve a home that's going to show them what it is to really truly be loved and taken care of. My favorite part about working here is seeing animals go home with the family that you just know is the right family for them. It's just nice to be able to see the look on people's faces and how happy the animals are when they get to go home.
You can help one of these animals get a second chance at a new life. Remember, they just want to be loved.
St. Stephen the Witness Catholic Student Center hosted their annual fish fry for the season of Lent. Sammy Mallow was there to see what it was all about.
In the midst of this season of Lent, St. Stephen the Witness Catholic Student Center served up 120 pounds of Alaskan pollock, mashed potatoes, and a variety of other foods for hungry patrons at their annual fish fry.
People were able to choose from fried fish, obviously, and there was plenty of salad to eat. There was fun pasta dishes.
The fish fry, held every year, is a great way to bring students and community members together for one great event.
It's just a good place to hang out. It's a good place to hang around with their friends.
St. Stephen hosted the fish fry, one, to bring community members into the church and to bring people together for sure. A lot of community members in Cedar Falls just really love going to fish fries anyway, and that's just something they do, test out different fish at different places.
During this season of Lent, Catholics will abstain from eating meat every Friday during the Lenten season.
The big thing about not eating meat during Lent is it's to unite Catholics with those that are poor. Historically, if you go all the way back to the beginning of not eating meat, many people could not afford red meat. Red meat was something that just the very, very wealthy could afford. And so by people eating fish, they were in unity with the poor, but everybody could fish. Everybody lived by a lake. Everybody lived by a stream, and so everybody had the access to food.
The annual fish fry is held just once a year, giving students the opportunity to plan such a great event.
The main reason that we have the fish fry is to teach students what the work takes to organize a fish fry.
We started buckling down about a month or a couple weeks before the actual event.
We want to give them the experience of what it's like to have to line up volunteers and rent fryers and order the fish and things of that nature.
The fish fry went swimmingly and was a great success. Patrons were pleased with their wonderfully made fish.
What I hear is our fish is very good. It's unique compared to a lot of other people.
I think people really like the fish that we make. We got a lot of compliments on the breading and the taste of the fish and the good food.
This has been Sammy Mallow for UNI-TV.
Thanks for tuning in to this edition of UNI-TV. I'm Sammy Mallow.
And I'm AC Glassford. Tune in next time to find out more about what's happening here in Panther Nation.